morning. It is the Drake Toll Show. Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. You have awoken in McKinney, Texas, in Rochester, New York, Ocala, Florida. You're sitting up right now in Springfield, Missouri, and you bet on yourself to start 2026. You said, Dan, I don't know why I said that so sassy. Dan in Springfield, Missouri will get up every day in 2026, every weekday and work out, even Fridays. And you did it. You're doing it today. And as you drive to the gym, as you drive to the track, as you drive to the local high school to run the bleachers, what's on the radio? Probably your favorite local station. And you can't wait until 6 a.m. local time or 5 a.m. local time, 7 a.m. local time to hear your favorite voices in local radio. And that's what it's predicated on, right? When I was growing up, I listened to a station out of Little Rock where Tommy, David, Roger, they would come on every morning. And I would sit in my dad's truck on the way to school, and I would drink a Capri Sun and eat a Pop-Tart every day. Just so it turns out, my eating habits, my breakfast habits are about the same now as they were when I was 9. Listening to local radio. It was the morning show, the show with no name. It's what I got up for. It's what I got up to listen to. And it is a distinct honor to sit in a chair today in Savannah, Georgia, and bend your ear for 3 hours, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Time, every weekday. I turn on a quad box every day. I watch 4 national networks talk about sports during the 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. slot. And comparison is the thief of joy, so I don't compare. But sometimes I wonder where did we go wrong? When did it stop? What are we missing? Remember when ESPNU, the little U would bounce out there and then flip around and it had a tusk and a tail? It was the Alabama U. Or the next one, boop, 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 but it had a big turkey. Had a big turkey with a bunch of feathers in the back. It was Virginia Tech. Remember 15 years ago, 20 years ago, where it just felt like we had sports? That's this. That's the Drake Toll Show, Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app, to get back to that. Oh, and by the way, while we are going back in time to what we love about radio and national sports talk, we're also in the future. 310-840-4910. 310-840-4910. Call or text the Drake Toll Show over the course of the next 3 hours, and you could be famous. Also, there's a YouTube stream, because you have to do that. That's part of the moving forward and playing the future deal. There is a YouTube feed where you can watch the Drake Toll Show on YouTube, or if you miss portions of the show and you want more of the show, it releases every day on your podcast feed. That's modern technology, a sign of the times. And you know what else is a sign of the times? The Buffalo Bills stacking up wide receivers. In the National Football League this week, the storylines that you will follow, the headlines you will watch. We had the franchise thing earlier, the transition tag for Daniel Jones. Still don't exactly understand what that means, but I tried to explain it to you and myself. We live in a society here where in the NFL, you're going to be glued to free agency. The next 2 weeks are going to decide what your favorite team looks like in 2026. In the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs, hot and heavy, baby. They put it on the Pistons in San Antonio in the first quarter. Didn't much look back. 121-106. That's a storyline. In the NCAA, it's tournament season. Last night, Michigan 71, Iowa 68, a game that was tied at halftime. Rutgers gave Michigan State a scare, but old Sparty wins at 91-87 out of the top 25. Oh, and NASCAR, golf, all of those things are happening. LeBron beating out Kareem for most field goals made in history. We're there, man. We're there. Oh, and over in the NFL, welcome to the show. And welcome to the Josh Allen experience, DJ Moore. Oh, yeah, Carolina Panthers, DJ Moore. Really good. Great in Carolina. Well, yeah, turned Chicago Bears, DJ Moore. The DJ Moore trade, originally the Bryce Young trade, what pretty lopsided. And now DJ Moore is a member of the Buffalo Bills. Oh, yeah. To give up a second-round pick. Buffalo gets a veteran, a guy they are going to consider a wide receiver one, and Chicago gets a second-round pick. What I do not understand, what I will never understand, the people that push back on these things and say, oh my gosh, what's Buffalo doing? I cannot believe the Buffalo Bills would go get DJ Moore and give up a second-round pick. Look, DJ Moore is guaranteed to do one thing, and that is play wide receiver in the NFL. Whoever the Buffalo Bills go and get with their second-round pick, they are not guaranteed to do one thing, play wide receiver in the NFL. I don't know them. We haven't met yet, this mysterious second-round pick that you would like to throw into the fold and hand over to Buffalo. I do know DJ Moore. Is he the piece that helps the Buffalo Bills win the Super Bowl? I don't think so. Is he the piece that ignites the offense just a little bit more like what George Pickens did in Dallas this year? Now you might be onto something. Now I might be able to come back around and agree with you here. The DJ Moore trade, for the people that are taking Brandon Beane and what he's doing in Buffalo with this and saying, I cannot believe you give up a second-round pick. I'm good. Oh, and by the way, the most successful franchise of the last decade, second or third most successful franchise at the very least of the last 15 years, Seattle. What do they not do? Have draft picks. They're the Rams, you're seeing teams that are winning at the top of the NFL, whether it's the Rams or the Seahawks. They're just like, hey, the NFL draft is fun. But if you want our picks, we can probably use that for leverage to get a guy that we really want to prove himself in the NFL. There's a portion of this reminds me of Western Kentucky. A portion of this you're seeing in college football right now, where a DJ Moore is a fifth-year senior at Western Kentucky, and when he enters the transfer portal for year number 6, because you can play 6 years now, when he does that, it opens up the door for Alabama to get that guy instead of the young hotshot. The Bills want the proven guy instead of the young hotshot, so they went and they got him. They gave up a second-round pick that you don't know the name of, that you could not pick out of a lineup, that you thought, oh, wow, I didn't watch any of their games at Wake Forest, but I guess we're drafting him in the second round. Interesting, though, for the Bears. They are obviously committed to Caleb Williams. Where is he in this conversation? Did Caleb Williams really like Moore? And if that was, did he get to? I wonder this. You know, with a Luther Burden or Rome Odunze, I wonder, is Caleb Williams just like, you know what? I like my young core. I don't really need. I don't need DJ Moore. We can send him out of here. The 28-year-old, too old. Leonardo DiCaprio wouldn't want this. I don't either. So is that what is Chicago doing with this? I think hey, let's save a little money. We don't need a DJ Moore anymore. Let's bet on ourselves. The second round, we found that guy at the combine that nobody else knows about, that nobody else likes, and he's ours. We're going to take him. Elsewhere in the NFL, the Saints, defensive end, Cameron Jordan will become a free agent. 4 days away, 5 days away, March 11th. 36 years old, 15 seasons, franchise sack leader, and won that title at the end of 2022. 132 career sacks, which, by the way, a lot. All of them with the Saints. You're telling me Cameron Jordan is not a New Orleans Saint? The verbiage here, Jordan's contract will automatically void if he does not have a new deal in place before the new league year begins at 4 p.m. Eastern time on next Wednesday. And if that happens, the Saints will absorb $18.76 million of dead money against their 2026 salary cap. If the Saints sign him to a new contract after that deadline, the dead money from the previous contract and any money from the new contract would both count against the salary cap. You hear that? The dead money from the previous contract and any money from the new contract would count against the salary cap. That sounds like expensive. And now, the Saints legend, a statue guy defensively, despite, what does suck for Cam Jordan is now toward the end of his career how just bad the Saints have been and how bad the Saints have wanted to be to try to regroup and ultimately make something happen. Something they have not had since Drew Brees and Sean Payton. But Cameron Jordan, he's been a part of that. He was a part of a good chunk of Drew Brees, New Orleans, winning. And you know where he still is, despite the losing, lackluster franchise, tanking yearly? You know where he still is? New Orleans. Not anymore. The statue guy is shipped down the river. 36 years old. And the 49ers. Matt Eberflus has been added to their defensive staff. What are we doing? It's no one needs to add a witch doctor to the room if we know it's a bad witch. We don't need the shaman to come down and we're good. We're good. We've heard tell of very negative things when they are present. We've heard tell that this is ultimately not good for the room, for the vibe, for success. And I think Eberflus has been a great example of that. And after Robert Saleh, Gus Bradley are gone, the San Francisco 49ers, Kyle Shanahan, a genius, said, you know who I need? Go out and get me Matt. Shanahan hiring Eberflus to the Niners staff. And no title has been made official, but the role is expected to be similar to the assistant head coach defensive job that Bradley did hold in 2025. So we don't have a position for him, but we're going to make something happen to where we hire him on the coaching staff. We're going to bend over backwards for Eberflus. The same guy who was the defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys last year with a historically bad defense, an offense that clicked, an offense that was good in Dallas, but a defense that was one of the NFL's worst ever. And now that guy's on your staff. I know. We got buddies. We got friends. This is about hiring our friends. It's the National Football League. It's what we're predicated on. I know it's our first place we turn. But what's the point here? Are we just giving our buddy a job? Are we just giving our friend a job? I don't think he's strapped for cash. I think he'll be okay. This has not added anything to an NFL franchise in the last handful of years. The Eberflus, he's lost his fastball. He had Tommy John. His elbow exploded. He's lost his fastball. He cannot keep going. He's already dead. Don't make him keep doing this. Raheem Morris, defensive coordinator of the 49ers, Matt Eberflus right there behind him. Sure, man. Have him out there. It's worked everywhere else so well, right? But it's fine. Remember, it's an assistant coach in the NFL. We don't know their names. We don't know who they are. They walk among us on the street, and we would never know. That guy's an NFL assistant coach, right? Let's take it easy on the guy. Coming up, Ole Miss, Trinidad Chambliss. While the government said that Chambliss can play a 6th year at the university, the NCAA said, you know what? We disagree with you, the United States. Here's the latest in that saga and how it is completely unraveling. Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. You can call or text the show, 310-840-4910, 310-840-4910. This is the Drake Toll Show.
NFL free agency includes future Hall of Famers.
Touch yourself. Touch yourself. Touch yourself. Touch yourself.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
It's the Drake Toll Show. Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. Drake Toll with you from the Savannah Bananas organization and Locked On Big 12. Good morning. You know what I said in the first segment that I want to walk back a bit. I want to add context to. I said that DJ Moore is a wide receiver one. Guess what? Okay, hold on. He is a proven wide receiver one. Okay. That's where you get into the semantics of it. He has proven in the past in the National Football League to be a wide receiver one caliber football player, right? When he was in Carolina, it felt like, okay, this guy he could be the next hot thing in the NFL. When he was in Chicago, those first couple of years, I was at 23. He was super dominant. He's the only wide receiver in the National Football League to play all 17 games in a season the last 5 years. It's pretty impressive. He came into the NFL, was immediately good with the Panthers, was good with the Bears. And you know what? Last year, he was just okay. His production was at 50 receptions to his 98 the year prior. What has he proven, though, in his career? He is a proven wide receiver one. Can he do so in his elder years? Well, he's only 28 years old. But the decline is the thing. And Buffalo adding him, it's like, okay, great. Yeah, I mean, if you can get him back to the production that he was giving 2-3 years ago, then yes, this is worth it. A proven DJ Moore is better than an unproven second-round pick. Buffalo Bills. But he's not really a wide receiver one today, right now. That still needs to be proven. And is he the piece? Is that what Brandon Beane really needed to win the Super Bowl? I'm not positive. That's not what this is about. That's not even what I'm talking about right now. What I'm talking about is the Ole Miss Rebels and Trinidad Chambliss. You know, college football when I was younger, and I'm not old. I'm only 25. But man, it's been a hard 25 years. I've lived a long 25 years. But I remember when I was a child, I would watch Matt Jones, the quarterback of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Mitch Mustaine, remember that name? The USC kid. I think he played high school ball in Arkansas under Gus Malzahn. I think Gus Malzahn was his high school coach and ended up going to Arkansas and USC, and it was a weird, contentious thing. It was just a weird situation. Watching Darren McFadden, Peyton Hillis, Felix Jones, those three guys shared a locker room in college. I remember watching 2007, that insane college football year. Arkansas upset LSU 50-48 when LSU was the number one team in the country. The Tigers would still go on to compete for the BCS National Championship and win it that season. Remember how foreign it was, the idea of a two-loss team winning the national championship or even being in the game? Now we do that annually. We allow that, and we will always allow that here. But that era of college football, where you would turn on ESPNU and boop, 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 out comes little U, and it's dressed in colonial garb. It's because James Madison is playing in a game against Michigan State. Bloop, 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 bloop. Out comes the Green Trojan. That era has passed us by. That era of listening on a little radio to your favorite college football team, Boston College, has a big game this weekend against West Virginia. That feeling is dying rapidly. Because I remember what it felt like to watch those guys grow up in the program, to watch my favorite college football players. You remember what it was like when Greg McElroy was coming up. You remember what it was like when Jameis Winston was at Florida State. There wasn't a question of, will Greg McElroy transfer? Will Jameis Winston transfer? Will these guys leave? No. When they walk onto campus for your favorite school, you buy their jersey, you buy their shirt, and it's worth it. Because the next 4 years, that shirt will represent my favorite player on my favorite team. But today in college football, that does not happen. Today in college football, you don't just get 4 years. You get as many years as you want. And the second the NCAA, the governing body of college athletics, says, hey, you're too old. You can't have a sixth year. The second they say that, they get sued, and the government overrules the governing body of college athletics. Which, if you're using the transitive property, if you're breaking that down, what that ultimately equals is that there is no governance of college football. What felt stable 15, 20 years ago, there is now no governance toward. A major piece of this, by the way, are the TV networks and the money being pumped into these leagues. The money became too much. The money got too steep for these schools to operate with any altruism, which there never was altruism anyway. But it was a nice thought to believe that the right thing could happen in college football. And now in the latest example of please fix football, please make this better, I can't keep doing this, Trinidad Chambliss is being re-sued. What? February, a Mississippi judge granted Trinidad Chambliss a preliminary injunction that allowed him to play the 2026 NCAA football season. The NCAA has repeatedly denied his eligibility. And now, after the NCAA ruled you cannot play, and then the government, a judge, a court said he must play, here is your preliminary injunction, the NCAA is going at it again. We spin around and around. A 658-page appeal has been submitted from the NCAA to the Mississippi Supreme Court to overturn the injunction. The NCAA is saying that allowing favored athletes to bypass rules via local courts creates an existential threat to fair competition. The counterargument would say that the NCAA wouldn't be in court if they had simply applied their own medical waiver rules with common sense in the first place. Ole Miss is arguing that, and let me give you that context, Trinidad Chambliss here. He claims to have a lost 2022 season when he was back in Division II Ferris State. Chambliss had a chronic respiratory issue, which he had to have surgery for, was told by his coaches he was being redshirted. The NCAA denied the 2026 eligibility waiver and said there wasn't enough documentation of the medical issue from the time. Now, that is, you can put that into question. Colleges, and this, I'm not saying this happened, but I've seen way crazier things. Colleges have said, hey, didn't you feel really sick that 1 year at Ferris State? Didn't you really feel sick that 1 year and, you should have redshirted, you couldn't have played as much as you'd like to? What if we gave you a very minor throat surgery to prove that you had chronic respiratory issues? Crazier things than that have happened in college football. I'm not saying that Ole Miss staged Trinidad Chambliss medical issues at Ferris State. But the NCAA is saying there's no documentation of this. No documentation that really makes sense for us to believe. So we have one entity going through extreme lengths to have their star quarterback play, and another entity saying it's his 6th year in college football, go home, get a job, go to the NFL. Oh, but it gets worse. Because what's happening right now is college athletes are being paid, $5 to $8 million at the top of this sport, namely the quarterbacks. And as these guys are getting paid, they are making the case they deserve to stay in college football because it's their primary source of income and a lot of income. What this has led to is players who are in their 5th, 6th, 7th year saying, oh, hey, I was at Division II Henderson State last year. I could never have made $4 million that I'm making now to play linebacker at Ohio State. And because I was at Henderson State for the last 2-3 years, last season, whatever, I deserve those years back, but at Ohio State, because I couldn't make money then, and I need to here. It needs to be, I need to have equal opportunity. That's what the athletes keep saying. I have to have equal opportunity. You couldn't give me that equal chance at a paycheck in the Division II ranks at Henderson State. You can at Ohio State. So I want my eligibility from those mid-major ranks, from those lower ranks without NIL. I want that eligibility back. And they're going to point to the Sherman Antitrust Act. This is what we do. We don't accept that college ends. We don't accept that you can't play college football when you're 30. We point at the Sherman Antitrust Act and say, oh, look, the Sherman Antitrust Act. Give me what I want. You can't monopolize. You can't give that guy the chance to play 4 years of high-level college football for NIL and not give me that opportunity. You can't have me play college football but at a lower level, so I can't make as much money, and that guy's playing at a high level, so you can make a lot of money. That's not fair. And because it's not fair, I'll sue you. And the NCAA is saying, please stop suing us. The court, in the Trinidad Shambles case, Judge Robert Whitwell ruled that the NCAA breached its duty of good faith and acted in bad faith. They found the NCAA ignored substantial retrospective medical records and expert opinions proving Chambliss was physically unable to compete in 2022. And the NCAA, Ole Miss would claim, used semantics as it pertained to what they called relevant medical records that Chambliss would have from his time at Ferris State. The NCAA bylaws. This is Chambliss suing on contract law, antitrust grounds, whatever he can get. And the NCAA bylaws are often viewed as a contract between organization and member, right? So Chambliss would be a third-party beneficiary. But you know what? The NCAA, because they didn't let him play next season, is, according to the judge in the court, breaching their contract between themselves and the schools and this third-party beneficiary, Trinidad Chambliss. It's just such a stupid, like we are fighting tooth and nail to let a guy have a 6th year of college to pay him $6 million in NIL. And we're trying to make a case that the NCAA would be robbing him of $6 million if we didn't let him play next year. What has society become? I don't let him go to the NFL. Let him go to work. But no, if you're a quarterback in the SEC, you can be older than me. Drake Toll, host of the Drake Toll Show, and stay as long as you want. If you're not taking issue with this, if you're not thinking about this, if you're not at least of an opinion on the subject, I think you might be missing what's killing college football, what's killing the NFL pipeline. Guys like this. That's why Tyler Shuck was so good right away. That's why Bo Nix had a little bit to figure it out. They're getting older and older. And college football, it's just not what I used to love about the sport. It's not what made me fall in love with the sport. At 6:41 and 39 seconds Eastern Time, I will tell you the Biggest Losers of the day. Sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance, protecting your business vehicles 24/7. See if you can save at progressivecommercial.com. Progressivecommercial.com. This is the Drake Toll Show.
No rivalry hits harder than UNC.
Oh, Lexington's a city, but it ain't so big, it freaks me out. And if I need a breather, I can hit the Parkway. Be home before the bars all close. Drink away the lies she told. Think about the days. She was a pure-eyed child, a rodeo queen, high school lover in a badass Jeep. Far from the eyes of a watchful town. Mama didn't need to know. Good corn liquor to shake this cold, and good heart loving on a gravel road. Juliet, won't you call outside your window and dance in the arms of your redneck Romeo? Push came down to shove, I'd be a band for her love. Shoot sharp and walk away. She was good before she changed her name, and I bet that ain't all that's changed. Goddamn, I remember the nights. I was a young punk kid from a dried up town, Cold Car County full of hunting hounds. She was the one who kept those boys at bay. Her high heels and my red wing boots, cutting couches in the living room. Juliet, won't you crawl outside your window and dance in the arms of your redneck Romeo? I can't win for all this losing, I can't see for all this boozing. But by God, I can keep it together. Just to hold my baby close, get her moving down a county road, make up for lost time. She was a pure-eyed child of a rodeo queen. She ran on sex and gasoline. Far more money than a boy like me could hold. She went off to paint the town, and I'm stuck holding these mountains down. Juliet, won't you crawl outside your window and dance in the arms of your redneck Romeo? Won't you crawl outside your window and dance in the arms of your redneck Romeo?
Drake Toll Show. Oh! The possum. That's what they called him. Because he looked like a possum. Touch yourself. Finally Friday. That's what we do, man. That's what we do. You work all week, you get to Friday. This is it. It's a built-in great day. Automatic great day. Probably the second best day of the week is Friday. Because Saturday insists upon itself. And Sunday's good, but there's the Sunday scary. There is the precedent that the next day is Monday. And that can make Sunday hard to enjoy sometimes. Just with the understanding, the impending doom of what is coming with Monday. And then Saturday is Saturday. It's supposed to be good. It's built in to be good. But Friday, one of the best days of the week. And make it even better because you and I are right here with our biggest losers of the day. Touch yourself. The first biggest loser of the day, Seattle Mariners. They posted a graphic yesterday from the Cactus League. Spring training. Final score, Seattle 6. San Diego 6+. So the graphic just says 6 to 6+, meaning San Diego probably had a couple. 27-6 was the final score.
6-7.
The Padres. What about 27-6 would have anything remotely to do with 6-7?
In my defense, I didn't know my mic was up.
Thank you, Curtis. That's what happens behind the scenes. That's the stuff she says, and there's no repercussion for, and there should be.
Repercussion. Repercussions?
Repercussion? Yes, correct. Repercussion.
No,
Reparations.
I know. Reparations.
I went to reparations. I went to school for words.
Yeah.
There's no
this
repercussion.
This is what Curtis and I do behind the scenes. This is it. We'll just say.
And I can watch it. I can see both you guys just saying stuff.
Oh, sorry. Would you like us to just stare at a wall?
Just say it on the air. You know?
The stuff that we say behind the scenes?
Yes, none of it's appropriate for the air.
Yeah, we can't do that. No.
You're really talking about that strip club in Atlanta, aren't you? Magic City?
No. Sometimes we're just like, I'll look at Curtis and be like, you know what? You're getting this for free.
You know what? I wouldn't know what Magic City was if not for the Atlanta Hawks having that night.
Is that because, like, in Arkansas, like, those kind of venues are just, like, family only? Like, they're always family friendly? You see your cousin up there?
Did not allow strip clubs in Arkansas. I couldn't have those because of the Lord and
Do
Jesus.
you really not have any?
There was like one in Little Rock called the, they changed the name of it. It used to be something different. Now it's the Peppermint Hippo. It's just an interesting name for a strip club.
Okay, that's unique.
Correct.
Google
But
me.
The Atlanta Hawks doing that, I wouldn't have known. Like their promotion made me, in my innocent brain, now know what the strip club in Atlanta is.
I did see more people react to it, and I did see other women saying, like, hey, this is actually pretty awesome. They're not just going to be out there doing whatever. I'm just saying, I think we're making something out of nothing.
It's not that they're going to be doing anything. They're not going to be in the stripped club at the game.
Also, keep your kids at home. It's a Monday night. Don't they have school?
You do not say keep your kids at home about an NBA game.
No, but okay, Drake. If you're like, oh yeah,
Don't
this is
keep your
Magic
kids at
City.
home.
No, hold on. You're like, no, but just don't go to the game if you have kids on a Monday night at 7 p.m. Don't you have school? And if your first thought is, ooh, Magic City night, let me bring my kids, and maybe you shouldn't have
That's
kids.
what I'm saying. Is they're effectively making this an adults only night. That's what you're volleying for here, and you shouldn't do. That's not what sports is about.
The Savannah Bananas is like, never mind. It's like Disney adults only.
It's kids. We cater to kids that want to go to sporting events, as should the Atlanta Hawks. Like
I think that this is one of those things where
okay, so
there
what you're
are
saying is
hold on.
Shouldn't
There
go to
are
this game?
there are bigger problems in the world. There are people dying.
God.
People are starving.
There's a war.
Yeah, God forbid there's a Magic City night. And if you're getting offended by that, then you're getting offended by the wrong things. Get offended about like people dying. Get mad about that. Don't get mad because you're like, I'm gonna get lemon pepper wings and there's merch at an Atlanta Hawks game.
Sheep.
Come on now.
Sheep.
Nah, just like think for yourself. Okay, there you go. There's my tangent of the day. Think for yourself.
It's a bad tangent. If
No.
I should be able to bring my child to every Atlanta Hawks game without explaining to them what a strip club is.
Oh my gosh.
I should be.
You don't think your iPad kid knows? Come on now.
And your response is just don't bring kids? That's antithetical to what sports should be.
It's a Monday night. Shouldn't they be in bed? Don't they have homework? Do we not have
I would have
homework
given
anymore?
anything to go to an NBA game on a Monday night when I was a child. Anything. We would go to a Razorback game every now and then on a Monday, and it was awesome, dude.
Yeah, I understand that. I just like if your first thought is I'm going to bring my kids to that, like that's just a little. If that's like the first thing you're thinking about, Drake,
And
is
it
oh my
shouldn't
god.
be. But
Yeah,
we should.
your first thing you're thinking about is kids.
Yes! Because I want sports to be family friendly. I'm sorry. I would not call a strip club family friendly.
No one is stripping down out there. They never said that. It's like a famous institution. Let's say like in New York you have Studio 54 night. There's crazy stuff that's happened there. Super crazy stuff. But you know what? It's like, do you even know what Studio 54 is?
I don't.
Okay. So read a book.
Fair.
But it's an iconic like club, recording studio. Like they have all this kind of stuff, but crazy stuff has happened. But like if the Knicks were like, hey, let's do a Studio 54 night, that's awesome because it's honoring this institution where yes, crazy stuff has happened, but it's also it's something more than that. And I don't know why we're acting like these people are forced to go to the game. If you don't want to go, don't go.
It's
like a
doesn't make
concert
sense
in
to
town.
alienate kids. You're alienating kids. You're saying kids shouldn't come. And I don't think you should do that. And you're alienating.
You're focusing on that only thing. Like you can go to other things. Like if Jayson Aldean comes to Washington D.C., I'm not going. You know why? Because I have the freedom to say that. I don't want to go that. I don't want to try that in a small
root
town.
for Jayson Aldean to
No, I'm
beat
just-
the Orlando Magic.
Do you root for the Atlanta Hawks?
Yes.
Yes, you do.
Many
Okay.
people out there root for what if they had OnlyFans night?
That's not the same.
Oh my God! But the case you're making is like good things happen at Magic City, or bad things happen at Studio 54. Good things happen, bad things happen everywhere. Some good things happen on OnlyFans.
Touch yourself.
Some ladies
You
just
would know, wouldn't
post
you?
selfies.
You would know.
Oh, I'm sorry that I keep up with the times.
Yeah, that you have a lot of subscriptions.
Yes, my
Touch
feet
yourself.
are actually quite pretty.
But like,
People, it is OnlyFans night.
no, it's
And it's-
not.
And it's just because the OnlyFans models aren't out there doesn't mean it doesn't carry a weight to it that I wouldn't want my family to be involved in, or that I would feel a little weird about.
Yeah, I think we just at a certain point.
You're
like,
pro strip club night.
I just don't see why it's like we're so up in arms about something where they're not actually showing strippers. It's the wings that are also iconic there. They're having the wings. They're having T.I. Like it's more like honoring like this historic institution in Atlanta. Like I just don't understand why. Like people know about it outside of Atlanta. Like I've seen it in the chat. They're like, yes, I've actually heard of this. People know about it. It's not like this crazy.
It's a famous
thing.
strip club, okay?
I'm sorry you're from Valonia, Arkansas, and this thing makes you feel like you got clutch your pearls. But like it's really not that deep. At the end of the day, there are bigger things going on. There are, yeah. Like it's not that deep actually. We can move on from that and be okay with it. And if you know what, if you're not okay with it, don't go.
When
That's
is
okay.
this night? I might. You know what? I might go to this night.
Yeah, and I'm sure you're gonna be. Curtis, do you have the drop that he normally says? What's gonna happen if he goes to this night?
Touch yourself.
See, we're telling people to do that every morning. Should we tell the kids like, hey, hey, this is inappropriate. We're telling people to do that every
March
morning.
16th? God, we're still 10 days away from Magic City night. From Fox 5 Atlanta, Magic City claps back after, after all the backlash. Magic City leaders said the event will feature no nudity And supporters and critics are debating the promotion on social media.
Someone said, Daily Rose said, Drake finds the JCPenney catalog offensive. And you know what? I have to agree.
I'm sorry, there are no boobs in the JCPenney catalog.
Yeah, what if there's a swimsuit that they're showing?
They're not. Their boobs aren't out. At this club with the wings, we're bringing up a world-class, well-renowned strip club. And Annie's like, yeah, but the lemon pepper wings are great. Like,
That's
well, okay.
I'm not like making that up. Read a book,
I'm
Drake.
sure, yes, the lemon pepper wings are probably awesome.
They're known
but they're
for
really
that.
good. Yeah, they're also known for boobs.
Are you offended
Out.
by? I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that's a touchy subject for you. I didn't know that you were like
No,
that
but
makes you
boobs are
uncomfortable.
fine. The strip club is fine. Just don't bring it to the NBA game.
Golly. God, where did we get so soft?
Michigan State would like to honor the ladies of OnlyFans.
Touch yourself.
Please rise.
They got the box there? Let's go.
Yeah, woo! That's just the one guy who's getting a little too into OnlyFans. He's getting a little too into Magic City. I'm only here for the wings. I only came to the Hawks game. I wore my Magic City shirt, but it's because I love the wing.
You Savannah Bananas are out there without your shirts on, just
Ever look at the
dancing
boobs.
provocatively. Like I would argue the shirts off. Like there's not going to be any shirts off at this game. You work at a company where the
Every
shirts are off.
cheerleader's going to have their shirt off.
But you know what's covered? You know what's not covered at a Bananas game? Get real. Let's stop being so hypocritical.
Male boobs.
Yeah, that probably offends Curtis.
Now we're talking about like a wild underlying issue of, you know what? Yeah, I guess. Those are our biggest losers today. Curtis Poindexter runs the board. Addie Bates produces. This is Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. I don't know whether even something's coming up. It's going to be good. It's the Drake Toll Show.
This is Westwood One Sports.
In constant sorrow through his day. I am the man of constant sorrow. I've seen trouble all my day. I bid farewell to old Kentucky, the place where I was born and raised, the place where he was born and raised. For 6 long years I've been in trouble. No pleasure here on earth I find. For in this world I'm bound to ramble. I have no friends to help me now. He has no friends to help me now. Heads fare thee well, my old true lover. I never expect to see you again. For I'm bound to ride that northern railroad. Perhaps I'll die upon that train. Perhaps you'll die upon this train. You can bury
is the Drake Toll Show. Curtis Poindexter runs the board. Sometimes. Curtis Poindexter does his best. Eddie Bates produces. Big Kurt
I'm leaving to
comes
Iran.
Big Kurt was requested to be the Ayatollah earlier this week after the president said all other candidates are dead. So he's producing from Tel Aviv.
I'll be on my way right after UNC Duke.
Yeah, you're coming back in tomorrow, right? For that game? Produce that game?
Yeah, I am.
Good for you, big dog. Go get that bag. Fireball. Good morning. Dead today. It's just a banger. Dead today. Our obituaries. Goodbye to the LSU baseball team. LSU sacrificed its baseball program in order to land Lane Kiffin. They've now lost games to McNeese State, Northeastern, and the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. McNeese beat LSU 7-6. Northeastern beat LSU 13-10. And the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana knocked off the Tigers 7-2. I just needed to keep you updated with that being bad. Dead today. Me having faith in Kyle Shanahan. Yeah. The whole Matt Eberflus hire is no. Don't like it. Don't understand why. Oh, we're gonna help our buddies. We're gonna. It's part of it. We're the NFL and we hire our friends. No. A flop in Chicago, obviously. A flop in Dallas with a historically bad defense. I don't subscribe to the coaching profession just being a we hire our friends and we hope things go well. So now what is it, Raheem Morris and Matt Eberflus on the same staff? Okay, great. Shanahan, man, you win games. It's you. You're that guy. So have at it, big guy. Dead today, DJ Moore's career with the Chicago Bears. It was actually really good. People forget. First couple years, solid with the Bears. He plays every game. He's the only wide receiver in the NFL to play all 17 games the last 5 years. But this is the Bears saying, let's just go completely young. Let's just have the youngest offense in the NFL. Let's take a previously proven true number one wide receiver who's now 28 years old. We feel like he's old and no longer capable of being a number one. Ship him off across the pond. Get a second-round draft pick and hope for the best. And that's what is currently happening in Chicago as they move on with life post-DJ Moore. Dead today, the idea that you even need your Achilles. What loser told you you needed an Achilles? Jayson Tatum, per ESPN, is back. Expected to make his season debut today against the Dallas Mavericks. He tore his Achilles 10 months ago. Harrison Barnes woke up from a nap wrong and had to miss a game. Jayson Tatum, 6-time All-Star, MVP caliber, tears an Achilles at his back in the middle of a stretch where the Boston Celtics could still be an NBA championship contender. Wide open Eastern Conference. Wide open Eastern Conference, unless you really trust the Pistons, who lost again last night and got blown out from the jump against San Antonio. He's returning now to acclimate himself over the last couple of months of the regular season. The last month and a half, 20 games of the regular season. and get himself ready for the playoffs. The Celtics want to win again. Take that 2024 championship and turn it into a 2026 NBA championship. And they'll do it. Achilles be damned. The kid could play tonight against the Mavericks. Not that they would need him against the Mavs, by the way, because they do not. Dead today, the Phoenix Suns. Their loss last night, 105-103 against Chicago. Just another little feather in the hat here for the Suns. Oh, you beat the Kings. Yeah. But the losses to the Bulls, Celtics, Blazers, the last 10 games for the Suns have not been promising. And their opportunity to contend in the postseason is nigh. It won't happen. Also dead today. Oh, no. The New Jersey Girl Scout troops? Addie, the troops are dead?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that's what that says.
New Jersey Girl Scout troop in hot water after selling cookies outside. Oh, my.
This might offend you.
Outside pot shop to meet high demand. I've been saying it. We should not have kids outside the pot shop. We should not have pot shot night at the Atlanta Hawks game.
I knew that would offend you.
First, it's strip club night. Next thing you know, they're going to have weed night, cannabis night, THC, CBD, Delta 9 at the Atlanta Hawks game. And you know what? The leader, just a Wednesday night, the leader of Delta 9 is going to come to a podium and say, yeah, but there won't be any weed there. We're just going to talk about the weed.
Can you still smoke in bars and restaurants in Arkansas?
You can in Georgia, actually. It's in South Georgia where I live.
All right.
Yeah, you wouldn't do any reefer in there.
No, just cigarettes, right? We only want to kill them by secondhand smoke.
Just cigarettes, correct. And that is kind of what's happening here is the director of weed, the worldwide weed leader, says,
AKA Curtis.
We are going to do grade A.
The Hayatola.
Hayatola's pretty good.
You got that for free.
We got that for free.
In Butte, Montana.
They are going to do, this is the leader of weed, Curtis, saying they are going to do weed night at the Hawks game. But there won't be weed, and you know what's the best part about weed? The chicken wings. That's what's happening right now. There's a word for that. The hungries?
Munchies.
The munchies. The hungries. In Arkansas, we had the hungries. We didn't have weed in Arkansas. It was illegal. Now what? Dead today. Our final obituary. Normal units of measurement. A NASA-related account tweeted yesterday that an asteroid the size of 14 flamingos skimmed past Earth. And Addie wants to know if we could possibly revamp that unit of measurement. How to quantify 14 flamingos.
What is that? Like, why is that the first thing someone's like, yeah, this is about one flamingo times 14 long?
Who even knows?
I feel like,
coming up,
yeah.
NCAA Player of the Year. Who will it be? Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. AJ DeBonsa? Cameron Boozer? This.
No.
Wait a second. Oh, no way.
We have the quickie.
No way. How could I forget? I want to go to break 5 minutes early.
Brother, this guy stinks!
It's time for the quickie top 5 headlines on I Love Sports. I have a minute to respond to each of them.
Alrighty, here's your first headline. LeBron bests Kareem for most made field goals in history.
LeBron did what to Kareem?
Best.
LeBron edges Kareem.
You'd like to see that, wouldn't you?
Stop. To Mr. LeBron James, the second greatest player in NBA history. What? You're welcome for Austin Reeves carrying you throughout the latter parts of your career. You're welcome for Anderson Varejao getting you through the hard times. For Dwayne Wade, Ray Allen to be a shoulder to cry on. We ever thought about what if LeBron didn't have Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, Dwayne Wade, Anderson Varejao,
If
David
he didn't
Blum?
have Luka Doncic, the court would be like 200 pounds lighter because he's fat.
Every time I hear that, every time Luka walks in LA, you can see him, you can feel it because of fat.
Nico Harrison.
I don't know how he fits in that Lambo.
He doesn't fit. It's a jumbo Lambo, a Jambo.
Second headline. Ready?
Oh, I was just kidding. I do like LeBron.
Congratulations. Alrighty, so this just happened this morning, and the headline says, "Are you not entertained? Otani slams Japan to a massive lead," and we do have the sound for it.
WBC. The 2-1 now.
Otani lights it up. It is gone. Otani, of course. And the Tokyo Dome is on fire.
Well, Steven, why not? Why not Shohei? Why not those big moments that he pursues, but they seem to find him?
Was that Joe Davis?
Joe Mama?
Okay, fine. Don't answer the question.
Have you seen the score of the game so far? So it's top of the six, 13-0 versus Taipei right now.
If we keeping a buck right now, we ass.
Wasn't Taipei Taiwan? No. Taipei was, because it's not Chinese Taipei.
It is Chinese Taipei.
Yeah, but they don't want to be called that, right?
No, that's what they're called on here.
Correct on there, but they don't remember. It's the Little League World Series. Happens every year. Little League World Series.
Yeah, do you know where Taipei is?
Yes, off the coast of China. Now what?
Do you know it's where it is though? Like a city?
Yes, it's Taiwan. Oh my
Okay,
God.
cool.
Yes, so they want Taiwan. They prefer to be
Yeah.
called Taiwan, and then
Yes.
China came in and colonized their asses.
Yeah.
And so China
It is
said you're
Taiwan.
gonna be Taipei from now on. Yeah, don't call me that. Yeah, now what, huh?
Did you
Check
look
yourself
that up,
before
AI?
you wreck yourself.
Did you AI that one?
No, I don't use AI. I don't believe in it. We didn't have it in
Okay.
Arkansas.
Okay, here's your third headline. Capitals trade veteran defenseman John Carlson to Anaheim.
What?
Yeah.
Why wasn't this in the show?
That is
Why,
a big
why wasn't there a segment about this?
that is a big trade, by the way, in the NHL. I know,
Yeah,
like,
this is huge.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not.
We should have covered this.
Okay.
You know what? Later in the show, we'll block it off. We'll have Cameron Stewart come on from the Wicked Boston show. And I'll pop this pimple in the meantime.
Ew.
We have to
Stop.
break at some point.
Ew, that is so gross. Okay, here's your next.
What do you want? What?
That's just so sorry. That's gross to talk
Wow.
about. Okay,
All right. Cool.
here's your next headline. Despite rust, Trae Young dazzles Wizards crowd in 19-minute debut. It's a long time.
19 minutes is a good chunk. The ball was in play the entire time as well. They lost to the Jazz. They lost to the Jazz. So there is that. Before we overlook the major storyline here of the return of what could be the franchise savior, Trae Young. He played alongside Leaky Black, who I watched play in college, North Carolina guy. I saw Leaky Black play in person in 2022, maybe? Julian Reese, Trey Johnson, Oscar Sheboy, Kyle Filipowski started the game last night. Isaiah Collier, Ace Bailey. Mo Bamba was even there with Sharif Cooper. Just a reminder that the NBA is the NBA.
Mo Bamba is a banger, though.
I can't say. Can I say hose? I don't think I'm allowed to say hose.
Oh my God. Well, you already said it. You already said it. You've already said it like twice now.
So is it no? I don't know. That was a genuine question.
Yeah, can that be like a question we ask over text?
No, it's a song lyric.
Yes,
if it's in a
great.
song, you
I
can
know
say it.
that. I know. There's also other words in that song you can't say on air. Come on.
Oh, but Magic City Night is fine, and everybody should
Here's
be
your final
behind
headline.
it.
Here's your final headline, by the way, from The Athletic. The Hawks honoring Magic City strip club isn't really worth your outrage.
Oh, my God.
I'm not even joking. That's a headline.
Yes, it is.
So get over it.
I'm going to write a fan editorial and send it to them.
You're over here getting offended while you're calling women the H word.
The H
Hot.
word. Okay. Yeah. How lovable.
Name a woman.
Yeah,
How
Curtis.
beautiful. Coming up, who should be the NCAA Player of the Year? Darius Acuff Jr. Who should be the NCAA Player of the Year in college basketball? Is it A.J. DeBonza, Cameron Boozer, or the guy you've never heard of, Darius Acuff Jr.? This. Wait a second. Yeah. Is the Drake Toll Show.
The Patriots are releasing star
Drake Toll Show. Drake Toll with you. Curtis teased it earlier. I've got a flight today at 11 a.m. to Memphis, Tennessee. Put on my new grass shoes and I boarded the plane. Touchdown. It's a lot. It's a lot. That or Graceland by Paul Simon. That's a very good song. Memphis is an odd place to have so much good music. I believe, I'm almost positive Jeff Buckley died in Memphis.
Oh.
Addie.
Stop, because I'm going to cry.
You would know. He did. It was Memphis, right?
Yes, he drowned in the Mississippi River.
Yeah. Didn't he well, I mean, I don't know, so correct me if I'm wrong. A little inebriated,
Nope.
maybe.
Nope.
Stone cold sober. Just going for a dip.
Yep, they talk about it in his documentary. He was actually, and that was their worst fear, is that the people were going to come out and say, oh, he was under the influence. No, it's because of the current in the Mississippi River.
I mean, yeah, you should never jump in the Mississippi River.
And there was a boat that came, and so it swept him, kind of like the current pulled him over, under. But no, he was not inebriated. And his toxicology report came back, and he was clean of everything.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, so he was just being stupid.
I mean, come on, it's the 90s. Like, he was going out there, he was singing the
What
Led
about
Zeppelin.
the 90s? What
No,
about
I'm just
the
saying,
90s
like,
mean
he
you're
was
swimming
just
in the Mississippi River?
I mean, people do that. Sadly, like, that happens a lot. And he was just in, like, one of, like, the little coves and stuff like that. And he was singing Led Zeppelin, and he was just, actually, this was a good point in his life. Like, this is when he was actually happier. And I'm sure just, like, free feeling. And, you know, that's what happened. And so, no, he was not inebriated. Do not want to spread that message because it's wrong.
Look, I'm at a pretty happy point in my life. I'm feeling good. Doesn't mean I'm going to jump into Punch's cage and just risk it amongst the baboons. My friend Dendy, a jungle child, was killed by baboons.
What is worse? Swimming in the Mississippi or wearing soiled pants?
I think that you and Curtis both would really enjoy Punch's cage.
Are you kidding me? Don't tip Curtis and I with a good time.
Right, exactly. That's what I think. Because of Monkey. Because of that's all you two ever talk about. Exactly, 100%.
God forbid we have fun on this show.
Instead, we should be talking about who will win the Naismith Player of the Year in college basketball. It's the Drake Toll Show. Westwood One Sports. What? And the Westwood One Sports app. 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. every day on your weekday drive. After this one, Bleck and Abdallah, Nick Costos, Josh Graham.
Chris Mack, actually.
Return of the Mac, Jim Rome. All of them will grace your, Brad Evans will grace your radio, and more. Do you give it to Cameron Boozer? Boozer, I hardly know her. You know, if you look at the statistical leaders right now in college basketball, Boozer is not top 5 in any category. And that's not going to bar you from being player of the year in college basketball. In fact, that means pretty much nothing. Unless you put it into a comparison game where you point out A.J. DeBonsa, who averages 24.8 points per game, the most in college basketball. He is number 1 on the leaderboard of statistics in here. He is number 1 in a certain stat, and that stat is scoring, putting the ball in the basket. Cameron Boozer is a statistical juggernaut. 22.6 points per game, 10 rebounds per game, 4 assists per game, 1.8 steals per game, and he's the betting favorite at minus 1,800 to win player of the year. Those stats, those numbers, 22.6 points per game, 10 boards, 4 assists, 1.8 steals. That's elite. So again, I bring you the fact that Boozer is not top 5 in any he's not top 5 in any category in college hoops, and that A.J. DeBonsa is. Hold that in your back pocket for later. Because you don't have to be number 1 in scoring, number 1 in rebounds, number 3 in assists to win player of the year. No, you've got to be really good at all of it. And Boozer is. Shooting 58.3% from the field and a stupid 40.4% from deep. and is one of the reasons, and this is where the conversation really ramps up for Player of the Year, MVP, who's the greatest. He's the catalyst for a Duke squad that's 28-2, the number one team in the country. Leads the nation in game score consistency, one of those deep track analytics. And he does have 16 double-doubles this year. He wins games. 13-2 in quad one games for Duke this year. That's a really good record, by the way. So do you give it to the best player in college basketball? Or do you give it to the most valuable player? It's not called MVP, by the way. It's called the Naismith Player of the Year Award. Who's going to win the Naismith? Named after the guy that invented basketball, James. Do you give it to the best player or the best player on the best team? The most elite player, a top-end player, a top-level player in college basketball on the best team. It is on the big board at the NBA draft. It's A.J. DeBonsa, Darren Peterson, Cameron Boozer. Those are the three guys you're going to look to be drafted number one overall. Most analysts, most draft experts would tell you Boozer will go third out of that list. So the best player in college basketball is BYU's A.J. DeBonsa. The best basketball player on the planet Earth in that age range, in that stage of life, freshman year of college, is A.J. DeBonsa. NBA scouts would agree with that. He is the top dog in college basketball. But we can't give him the Naismith? If the award is about who is the best player, the most unstoppable individual talent, A.J. DeBonsa is right there with his 24.8 points per game, continual electric performances, dropping 40, 35 in conference play. He leads the nation in scoring. A career-high 43 points against Utah. I was in the house that night a month and a half ago when he did so. And is playing in a brutal Big 12. Any given night, he's playing Arizona, Houston, Iowa State, Texas Tech, Kansas. That list goes on. He's carrying BYU, averaging over 30 points his last 7 games. So when it ramps up the most and we really start asking the question, who's the guy in this sport? A.J. DeBonsa is that guy in this sport. Problem. BYU's below 500 in Big 12 play. BYU's lost 4 of their last 7 games. And just like that, there it goes. Your team did not win enough. We cannot count you for Player of the Year. Oh, yes, you will be drafted number 1 overall. Oh, yes, A.J. DeBonsa, you played a really high level of basketball the entire season. Higher than maybe anybody else. Higher than anyone else, period, from a scoring standpoint. But A.J., Cameron Boozer's team's so good. That's what's deserving of this award, is the best guy on the best team. But what about the secret player you haven't heard of? What about the statistical unicorn that you are witnessing and you don't even realize it? His name is Darius Acuff Jr., plays for the University of Arkansas. He is the point guard for John Calipari. And he has built a case in 2026 that he could be the Player of the Year in college basketball. Then why haven't I heard of him? Then why aren't people talking about him more? Why is Darius Acuff Jr. flying under the radar? That's a great question. I would love to know personally. Because not enough people have gotten around on the fact that he's one of the best players in college basketball and will help Arkansas contend in March Madness, but we do not give him national love. I turn on the TV, I quad box it, and no one is talking about Darius Acuff Jr. You'll be lucky to get a graphic about him on SEC Network. Otherwise, we forget this guy. He is maybe the strongest in the case for Player of the Year. The unicorn, 22.2 points per game. 6.4 assists, 3 rebounds. He is in rarefied air for a freshman in the Power 4 to have a 22-6-3 season. He's shooting 50% from the field, 43.7% from 3. Anywhere on the court, dog. If it goes up, and Darius Acuff Jr. is the one who shot it, it's probably going in. And while most freshmen in a league like the SEC are going to commit a ton of turnovers and have growing pains, not Acuff. Leads the SEC in assist-turnover ratio as a freshman, 3-1. He's not just a scorer. He is the most efficient, high-usage playmaker in the country. Oh, and he scored 49 points a couple games ago against Alabama. February 18. The second most in all of college basketball this season. An Arkansas freshman scoring record. Are you nuts? When John Calipari asked that kid, are you going to suit up today? Are you nuts? That's what Acuff asked John Calipari. Because Cal knew he was sick. Darren Peterson is just missing games left and right. I don't want to play today. Meh. Darius Acuff Jr. has been in a walking boot this season, but refuses to miss a game. He is maybe the best point guard. Sean Miller actually called him this. Sean Miller, the head coach of Texas, called him this. The best point guard in 34 years in college basketball. Sean Miller, Arizona, Xavier, pretty good resume. Guy who wins a lot of basketball games. And he's the first player in Arkansas history to have 25 points and 10 assists in a single game. DeBonsa has the scoring totals. Cameron Boozer has the last name. He's really good at basketball. But Darius Acuff Jr. has won an SEC record 8 Freshman of the Week honors. And I know he's a freshman. He's a freshman. So are the other two. That's what we do in college basketball now. We give the best freshman in America, and usually on the best team. Hello, Cameron Boozer, guy who plays for Duke and is winning games at Duke. We give that guy this award, the Naismith, for Player of the Year. Keep a finger on the pulse here. I've been watching. There was a Bleacher Report article that came out about this, and I sparked the conversation. I think Darius Acuff Jr., if not the winner of the award, deserves a whole lot more respect, a whole lot more love. And A.J. DeBonsa needs to also squarely be in that conversation right next to Cameron Boozer. Sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance. It protects small businesses with affordable coverage options. Quote today at progressivecommercial.com when we come back. Let's go around the NBA. Jayson Tatum will make his debut tonight. That guy tore his Achilles yesterday. But now the Celtics are NBA title contenders. This is the Drake Toll Show.
No rivalry hits harder than UNC and Duke.
It's the Drake Toll Show. Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. Live on YouTube. Also, you can replay the show wherever you get your podcast. Now what? How cool is that? We're with the times. We're doing it. When you roll big time. Addie Bates produces from Washington, D.C. Curtis Poindexter runs the board. And you and I have gathered together today in the name of sports that we love. And you're real, you're a living being. You can touch yourself and prove that, you know what?
Touch yourself.
I'm still alive. I'm good to go. Or you can pinch yourself, which is far more aggressive and would hurt. So you don't have to do that. But no matter what you do, I hope you do it in the name of understanding the blessing it is, the privilege it is for us to talk every morning, the honor it is for me, whether you're listening on SiriusXM or the Westwood One app, popped in that Odyssey audio, live audio, you're listening to the Drake Toll Show. I appreciate that. And I want to make sure that you can walk into work today and be the smartest guy in the room. Smartest gal in the room. Smartest kid at school. It's 6:43 and you got an early jump on things today. You're headed to school. It's good. I'm happy to be here with you. Happy to be you. Let's go, Chief. And I'm happy to tell you that a miracle has occurred. Heaven came down and touched Jayson Tatum. And now he is revived. The sports world was in shock yesterday. And if not the sports world, if there was a million people in shock about Jayson Tatum's return, I am one of them. If there was one person in shock about Jayson Tatum's return, it is me. And if no one is in shock about Jayson Tatum's return, I am dead. He is going to play tonight. He's going to make his season debut for the Boston Celtics against the Dallas Mavericks. And you're thinking, people do that all the time. People play basketball games all the time. They make their season debut. A little late in the year to be starting it up, but all right, good for you, Jayson Tatum. But he is returning to NBA action 298 days after rupturing his entire right Achilles tendon in the 2025 playoffs against the Knicks, mind you. The 2025 playoffs were like yesterday. That just happened. We still have 15, 20 games left for the regular season. And now Jayson Tatum is back on a contender, and immediately the Celtics should become, they already are kind of, they're in that second position behind the Pistons, who lost last night, the San Antonio Spurs, proving that San Antonio matches up incredibly well with the Detroit Pistons and the Oklahoma City Thunder, proving that this NBA postseason, the San Antonio Spurs should be your pick to win it all. The Boston Celtics, sitting there within the range of the Knicks, the Cavs, a distance behind the Detroit Pistons, will now get one of the best players in the NBA back on their roster. The crazy part of this is not that Jayson Tatum is playing for the Celtics. That's pretty normal. The insane part is the perspective. In the world of the highest elite sports medicine, this is a miracle. This is not a fast recovery. This is a miracle. Remember when we tried to fix Aaron Rodgers in 9 weeks from his ruptured Achilles that he suffered on play number 1, play number 2 as a member of the New York Jets? Right after that happened,
I remember the meme.
Yeah. He started doing the herbal stuff or whatever it was. Row or GLP-1, whatever regrows your Achilles back as fast as possible. And everybody thought, oh, you know what? He's going to prove all the doctors wrong. There were conspiracy theorists that said, wow, Aaron Rodgers has proven that you don't need your Achilles and you can heal that thing fast. He never came back and played. That was a fun storyline until it just didn't pan out. This one's panning out tonight. You're going to witness history tonight. The standard return to play window. I did some Googling. 12 months or more. Most stars will take longer to regain pre-injury form, obviously, after they come back. Like Kevin Durant, June of 2019 was his injury. He returned December of 2020. Klay Thompson, November of 2020. He returned January of 2022. That's 552 days for Kevin Durant, 417 days for Klay Thompson, and 298 days for Jayson Tatum. This doesn't happen. We ease you back in, you practice a little bit, and you come back after a full year. Not before you have some 5-on-5s in the gym with the team outside of the actual game itself. Tatum's just going to walk back in, and surely he's been practicing. But not for a long period of time, not reacclimating for months. He's going to walk into an NBA gym tonight against the Mavericks. Probably only play 15 minutes. 10, 15. I can't imagine they play him more than 25 minutes. I can't imagine they would do that to the guy. But no matter what he plays tonight, you're witnessing a miracle. He is shaved 4 months off of the aggressive timeline of when you would return from an Achilles rupture. That was the 77-day return of Aaron Rodgers. That was the official number. 2023, remember? You were there. He didn't play. You turned the TV on. You wanted to see the torn Achilles guy play in the game. Never did. Got viewership, got people talking. It did its job. This is going to get viewership and get people talking. Oh, and also have a payoff. The surprise documentary miniseries, The Quiet Work, dropped a couple weeks ago about Tatum and his recovery, his superhuman recovery. Underwent surgery, bang, less than 24 hours. Then used advanced blood flow restriction and intensive scrimmaging in February to test the pop in his step before returning to NBA speed. Oh, and at 28 years old, this is fine. Kobe, 34 when he tore his. Kevin Durant was 30. Tatum's got time. Still, I mean, he hasn't started the descent, the decline physically yet. He's good. I just don't. The only downside to this that I'm still a bit leery of is why Celtics are 41-21, 20 games left in their NBA season. It gives him 20 games to acclimate, but I don't think he's going to need 20 games to acclimate. What about 5? What about 10? You know this team. He knows the Celtics. He knows this roster. He knows the starting 5. You need 20 games to rush the guy back? What if you waited 2 weeks? What if you waited until the playoffs began? Surely, in the first round of the postseason, the Celtics will not have an issue as it pertains to beating the Hawks, fresh off their Magic City night, or beating the Hornets, who look hot right now, but it's still the Celtics, the Magic. That's where I don't. That's where I don't know about this. Did you have to do it this week? What's the risk versus the reward? Because in history, Kobe's knee, there are a myriad of secondary injuries where guys either rushed it or took their full time, came back, and just bang, you're out again, same thing. My sister, Division I softball, full scholarship, Baylor University, tears labrum. Comes back from torn labrum, re-tears same labrum. Happens all the time. But the same doctors that cleared Kevin Durant have somehow cleared Jayson Tatum in a matter of 300 days, 298. So I don't think we're going to get the 40-point tax man tonight. I don't think we'll get it in the next 4 days, 5 days, 7 days, 10 days. But in his 20 minutes, he will go out there and try. And Jaylen Brown's been bang up, dog. Incredibly good. So don't be the hero, Jayson Tatum. You just go out there. You let Jaylen Brown keep doing what he's doing and being the super role player. Whatever the Celtics need, because what they're doing is working right now. Whatever the Celtics need, that's what Jayson Tatum walks in and does on a roster that's already won in 2026. Elsewhere in the injury realm, Cooper Flagg is back. Is there enough time, 20 games left, for Cooper Flagg to win Rookie of the Year? I didn't. I thought the conversation 2 months ago, I thought the conversation in early January was kind of a silly one. I thought we would decide pretty obviously that Cooper Flagg is going to be the Rookie of the Year in the NBA. And then slowly but surely, not even slowly, Con Knippel's always been there. But with Cooper Flagg battling injury issues, Con Knippel stepped right in and said, okay, I'll be taking this. This is my Rookie of the Year award. Flagg will return after missing 8 games. And I would like to question, I don't know if the door is still open for him to win Rookie of the Year if Con Knippel continues the tear that he's on right now. And if I had to vote today, it's certainly Con Knippel in that conversation because he's been more healthy at the very least than Flagg and played at a very high level. You could argue as high as, or higher level. Flagg any given night could put up 45. Yeah, for sure. Con Knippel, the definition of consistency. The definition of like a veteran poise in a rookie. And I really, the true question in all of this, what you really should be wondering is how Duke didn't win the national championship last season, how they lost in the Final Four to Houston with both of those guys on the same collegiate roster. 2 NBA stars on the same collegiate roster, and you couldn't win it all. Huh. Yeah. Flagg is back. 20 points, 6.6 rebounds, 4.1 assists in his 49 games. Pretty impressive. But it's Con Knippel right now. Until Flagg comes back and proves something. Namely with how the Charlotte Hornets are winning. And winning a lot. 310-840-4910. You can text or call the show. 310-840-4910. Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. Addie Bates produces. Curtis Poindexter runs the board. And when we return, Idiot of the Day, Dak Prescott. This is the Drake Toll Show.
This is Westwood One's.
She hit me like that. Saw that thing so beautiful. That she just hit my heart. Oh, that full force and she got me like that. I be like, baby, why you so fine? Got to make you mine. So hard to find. Baby, like, oh, how'd you do the thing? The way that you do it, and she ain't even show nothing. She be walking around so confident, so heaven sent. I think she was meant to knock some daylight. Like, girl, you so fine. Girl, you rockin' like ooh. strutting in the hills or her slides. Either way, eyes on her every single day, week, year. Everyone wondering how she does it with no fear. All that confidence, was it heaven sent? Does it come within? Does it come run out? I don't know. She'll just have them running out and in. Man, they want to sin, talking deadly sin with Mrs. Lady. I don't understand why she hit them like. Girl, you knock 'em dead. How you doing? Things you doing? Baby, you knock 'em dead. I already said that.
Put on my blue suede shoes and I boarded the plane. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues, in the middle of the pouring rain. W.C. Handy, won't you look down over me? Yeah, I got a first class ticket, but I'm as blue as a boy can be. Then I'm walking in Memphis, just walking with my feet 10 feet off a beam. Walking in Memphis, but do I really feel the way I feel?
It is the Drake Toll Show. Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. Where does that rank on worst songs of all time? Never knew.
It's up there.
Oh.
It's up there. Like Hanson's Mbop and Phil Collins to Studio.
Okay, well, don't do that to Phil Collins. And you
Do
know what? Don't
Studio?
do that. Sing it.
No.
Okay.
No
I just
singing.
don't. I think I would rather put Walking in Memphis in the same category as Electric Avenue. We're going to rock up the Electric Avenue. Why not? Of annoying, but also I can't stop. I keep showing up every day, needing more Walking in Memphis.
Why couldn't we play like Elvis Presley's Memphis, Tennessee?
Okay, is that better?
Yeah, it's better than Walking in Memphis.
I got a better song.
Muriel plays piano.
What's your better song?
Yeah, it's ethereal. It's my thoughts about Memphis. You know what, though? Can I say something?
Yeah.
And we have an affiliate in Memphis. We do, which is cool. I love Memphis.
It's amazing. It's an amazing city.
It is. I love Beale Street. I love that the fourth largest pyramid in the entire world is in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm going to Graceland, Graceland. That's also a great song.
You're gonna go see. You're gonna go eat barbecue at Rendezvous.
I'm going to go eat wings and look at the ladies at Rendezvous, which is the Memphis version of
No.
Magic City.
No.
That's what you said.
No, I did not. There's no strippers. You just have a fascination with strippers. I think that's what it's coming down to.
I don't have a fascination with strippers. I appreciate the industry. They are professionals. They're working for money. They're getting paid. So, who am I? George Washington fought for freedom. So you have the freedom to be a stripper if you want to be a stripper. You don't. Yeah, you too. You all have the freedom to do that. But I'm not. It doesn't mean I have to show up for Magic City night.
YouTube, Drunkle Sam, Daily Robe, Pie.
YouTube.
You
people
have
to watch on YouTube.
You have the freedom to do this, guys.
Catfish on Devo. There was a time in my life. This would have been Christmas of 2022, maybe somewhere in there. New Year's Eve, going into 23, possibly, where I went to Memphis. The buddy of mine who got out of a 7-year relationship. I've been dating this girl since freshman year of high school.
Oh.
That's a lot. That's extreme. Ugh. They broke up. Ugly. Gross. Breaking up is never good when that happens. And his response was, I want to go to Nashville is where we're going. Okay. I said, hey, on the way, can we stop at the Liberty Bowl? I need to cover the Liberty Bowl. So yeah. And I helped get him credentials. That's a story for a different time. And so we go to Memphis, and the night before the Liberty Bowl, he says, which, by the way, as much as I love Memphis, they did run out of water that weekend. Something contaminated the water in the city, so 40% of the city just didn't have water. Like, you go to Panera Bread, and they're like, yeah, we don't really know what we can make you. We don't have water. So we were dealing with that, and he decided he wanted to go to a gentleman's club. And I was not necessarily very excited about that. I didn't care to, but he wanted to. And they denied his ID when he got there. Like 22 years old. And they said, nope, this is not real. And, any inebriated human being who's in that moment who knows their ID is real, what's the first thing you do? Is start screaming. Yes, it is. Call the cops. And you should never. That's the last thing you should ever say when you're at the doors of an adult club and the security guard won't take your ID is call the cops. That's never going to work out well for you. That's a lesson. Do you think they'll teach that lesson at Magic City night?
Oh, so then it'll be informative. That's good. It'll be a learning experience.
Catfish on the Devo.
God, that song's so awful.
Did he sing any other songs, or is that it?
No, I think I think Mark Cohen, I think he's a one-hit wonder.
I believe they spawned him on Earth for just that song.
It's awful. Awful song.
It reminds me a bit of if they were allowed to play Christmas shoes, but year-round. Sir, I want to buy these shoes. Also terrible. And Go Children's Choir. Also terrible. Or that one, is it Auld Lang Syne?
Wait, are you
Not
talking?
That, no, like it's.
Are you talking about Dan Fogelberg?
Met my old lover in the grocery store.
That song makes me cry.
Why? But out of just your ears bleeding, out
Because
of pain and suffering.
It's so beautiful.
My old lover at the He kisses. I think he kisses a married woman in that.
No, wait, no.
Yeah.
I get to innocence.
Correct. He kisses a married woman.
It's such a beautiful song.
No.
Yes,
actually.
It's a storytelling. Yeah, okay, you listen to James Taylor, so I'm going to hold your...
How sweet it is. Yeah, because James Taylor's universally beloved and rocks as a person.
Oh, yeah. When I think of James Taylor, I'm like, oh, he rocks.
Yeah.
Mock. Yeah. Ian. Yeah. Bird. Yeah. Do you know that song?
No.
Oh, my God!
I don't.
That's a very popular song by
Is that a Dan Fogelberg song?
No, that's James Taylor and
the fact
Carly
his name's
Simon.
Dan Fogelberg, too, does not help your case that it's a good song.
Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive.
Oh, Dan Fogelberg?
Yep.
I don't want to say that I hope he's dead, because I don't hope he's dead.
Have you heard his other stuff, like Longer?
Dog, no.
Oh, he's very talented.
I only recently got into the catalog of one Gordon Lightfoot, and boy, am I hooked.
Sundown, you
better dang air.
About
yep,
beating
I'll be in
a
Memphis.
Woman.
Love
it's
Beale
literally
Street.
about beating a woman.
I love Beale Street. I love Lamp.
Do you really love the Lamp?
Are you just funny thing saying you love it? I love Lamp. Love Beale Street. I really like FedEx. That is where the Grizzlies play. Liberty Bowl, all of it. So I'm excited to be in Memphis. Hello.
Can you go by Jeff Buckley's house? It's still there.
Oh, I didn't know he lived in Memphis.
Yeah.
Dang, man. Huh. I didn't know he lived in Memphis. I thought he was just hanging out there and then drowned.
No, he had a house there.
It's time for Idiot of the Day.
Idiot of the day.
Idiot of the Day. Dak Prescott for trying to, save a little money and not have to pay for George Pickens to return to the Cowboys.
Yeah, George loves football. That's the one thing about it. I just want him to know, don't change your love for football. Don't get in the business mind of this. You played last year on a 1 year for not even that much, right? So if you can go 30, whatever it is now, it's the same thing I got. So, when I franchise. So, hey, go do it. At the end of the day, bet on yourself. He's a hell of a player. Hopefully we can get him long term and sign that. But if not, I think the way that he plays the game and the person that he is, he'll be just fine.
Love it. George, if you're listening right now, it's me, Dak Prescott, the highest paid player in the history of the world. Don't make it about money. Put finances aside, big guy. You know what it would mean to be a Dallas Cowboy. You know you got paid a little bit of money and not a lot of money, but don't. You were fine with that, right? Don't ask for more money, please. Do the right thing, George. I'm going to get paid as much as I need to or want to, and you should not. But please come back. That's how I read that. Not great. Idiot of the day. The damn Big 12, man. What are we doing? No one in the history of the planet said, I don't like college basketball because there aren't enough TV screens that also double as basketball courts. No one in the history of ever, we are creating a solution to what wasn't a problem. No human being has said, you know what I really hate? The dimensions and look of a basketball court. It bothers me. So the Big 12 took it upon themselves to build their own first ever LED screen that is the basketball court. Oh, how is that going, you wonder? The Big 12, on day one of the women's basketball tournament, did not have a half-court line. They forgot to program it into the court. Program it into the LED court. Then they would not allow the most expensive ticket holders, those who were sitting courtside, to have drinks. No liquid, because it could malfunction the playing surface. Oh, and then yesterday, the Big 12 Conference Championship court malfunctioned. Gotta be a one-time thing, right? You know what has never malfunctioned in the history of ever? A normal wooden basketball court with painted lines. Those don't malfunction. I watch a lot of NBA. I watch a lot of college basketball. The poorest schools in America, when St. Francis plays Mount St. Mary's in basketball, you know what doesn't malfunction? The court. But when Kansas plays Houston, when Arizona plays Iowa State in top 5, top 10 matchups, you best bet the court is going to malfunction. No one asked for this. No one needed this. Idiot of the day is whoever thought of this. Fanatics flag football event featuring Tom Brady expected to move from Saudi Arabia. This was news to me. This is from Awful Announcing. In September of 2025, Tom Brady announced he would be coming out of retirement to an extent to play in the Fanatics Flag Football Classic in Saudi Arabia in March. He was ready to get his competitive juices flowing, he said. Yeah. It was scheduled for March 21st in Saudi Arabia, but hold on. There's a war happening, so they can't. The U.S. and Israel bombed Iran on Saturday morning, and now Iran has struck U.S. bases in Gulf countries like Saudi Arabia. Iranian drones struck the U.S. Embassy in Saudi Arabia on Tuesday. So Tom Brady said, what if I don't go there right now? I'm going to take it easy. The showcase was going to be broadcast on Fox, by the way. Pete Carroll, Sean Payton, Kyle Shanahan were all competing as coaches in a round-robin tournament. Jaden Daniels, Saquon Barkley, CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill, they were all going to Saudi Arabia. I've never heard of this. They were all going to play flag football, which is making its Olympic debut in Los Angeles in a 5-on-5 format. And now they're no longer going to the Middle East. Idiot of the day is the guy that planned that. What a silly, stupid, it's just like live golf, but flag football. You're also an idiot of the day if you do not believe in the Miami Redhawks. Yesterday, their athletic director, David Saylor, joined the Drake Toll Show and told us why Miami should be in. You will hear more of that audio later today in the top 3 things that we heard all week. Miami, Ohio, turned away by over 75 teams for scheduling this offseason. They're undefeated, but 75 to 90 teams told Miami of Ohio associate head coach Jonathan Holmes no. Why? Well, because if you're Michigan or Michigan State or Rutgers or Purdue or you're Miami and you're South Carolina or you're TCU, you don't want to schedule a home game against a team outside of the top 150 that's going to beat you. You can schedule a true home game against Gonzaga and lose that, and it's not going to hurt you. But if you schedule a true home game against Miami of Ohio and you lose, that's not good. But if you schedule a home game against University of Arkansas Pine Bluff or a home game against Mount St. Mary's, then you know you're going to win, save a little bit of money, and not have to really compete. So everyone told Miami of Ohio no because they understand that they're floating in that middle ground of still really good college basketball team, but not elite enough or not ass enough to be scheduled. So you're all idiots for thinking that Miami of Ohio tried to get off easy. Miami of Ohio tried to take the simple path. And our final idiot of the day, a gubernatorial candidate, James Fishback. Is that a real name? James Fishback?
Mm-hmm.
Has reportedly been banned from Waffle House. Now, what he has been banned for is, it's up for debate on where you scale these things on the list of bad, where your morals stand on the following subjects. Maybe you would not have banned him from your local Waffle House. Maybe you would have kept him in the fold. But he has been accused and is facing allegations of inappropriate relationships with a minor and use of racist and anti-Semitic language. Freaking 2026, man. They nabbed this guy. And Mr. Fishback reportedly can no longer enter a Waffle House. Coming up, Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. The host of the Cam Show, Wicked Boston Show, whatever he's calling it nowadays. Cameron Stewart joins with perspective on Jayson Tatum and Stephon Diggs and what New England is doing both on the hardwood and the gridiron right now. This is the Drake Toll Show.
Selection Sunday.
Go on trial just for laughing at the joke, just for saying of the bargain what any sales girl already knows. Most of us old men die at the firing line, just waiting for our number to be called. I guess time just makes fools of us all. Now the king gave counts his stepsons when he's loaded as a gun. Says a real man is like a country. You need a map to find your one. Now I do you suppose you must approach the throne with its back up against the wall. I guess time just makes fools of us all. Minds of my generation, glad they conscripted in the war of defending any Goliath that would deign darken the door. Now with your genius for picking battles, it's no wonder every helmet is too small. I guess time just makes fools of us all. I guess time just makes fools of us all. My drink is watered down. The champ is on his knees. He lost the rematch. He lost the comeback. He lost for charity, but that's the job. It's what gets the asses in the hall. They came for a beating, and he came to brawl. Notice that of all the young gods I have known, yours is easily the least famous to turn down the cover of a Rolling Stone. Lily white faces, so familiar and yet impossible to recall. I guess time just makes fools of us all. After a millennia of good times, God said, hey now, let's have a dream where we raise the stakes a little. Come on, let's make things interesting. Parachute into the Anthropocene, an amnesiac, a himbo Kendall. I guess time does make fools of us all.
What the hell is that? Is that the Kahoot theme song? It's like an AOL vibe to it. What is that?
It's Electric Zoo from SpongeBob.
Electric Zoo from SpongeBob?
Yeah, Curtis, how does it go?
Beep, boo, boo, bop, boo, boo, bop.
What happened to you two? I thought we were doing a radio show. It's the Drake Toll Show, Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. It's a damn good beat, I'll give you that much. Look, dog, here's what happens in life sometimes. Occasionally, you will tear your Achilles. And what typically happens is for the next 500 days, your life sucks.
Mother trucker, dude.
Can't move.
That hurt like a butt cheek on a stick.
And you're done. But occasionally, every now and then, your name is Jayson Tatum, and after 298 days, you have returned. Now joining the Drake Toll Show, from the Wicked Boston Show, the Cam Show, whatever he's calling it this week. Cameron Stewart joins us to talk all things NBA, NFL, Stephon Diggs, Jayson Tatum. Hey, Cam, but first, we're split right now, one vote versus one vote on whether or not the Atlanta Hawks should have a strip club night. Where do you lie on the Magic City issue?
Oof. I've been bonked quite a few times in my life, Drake. Can we make it a Magic City wings night? Like, everyone talks about their wings.
Okay.
You know what? I'm for it.
Yeah, right.
Why not?
All
The
right,
NBA is not for the kids.
Cameron Stewart is pro strip club night at the Atlanta Hawks game.
Yes.
Cam, a torn ACL can't keep a good man down. A day after Harrison Barnes got injured waking up from a nap, Jayson Tatum is going to play after tearing his ACL, or his Achilles, I should say, 298 days ago. Was there any expectation 6 months ago that Jayson Tatum would play this season for the Celtics, or is this out of left field?
It's pretty out of left field. I mean, there will be some people that are going to tell you that before the season they were like, oh, well, he got the surgery the night after, and that never happens. And, like, yeah, that speeds up his timetable. But the other thing is the Celtics were supposed to suck. Like, this was supposed to – their over-under was 40.5 wins. Like, there was no guarantee at all that they'd even be a 500 team. So, you know, if they were in the 10 or 11 spot right now, Tatum wouldn't be playing. I fully believe that. But they're not. They're really good, and that also moves up the timetable. I'm interested to see how he kind of integrates here. But, yeah, this is a surprise. I mean, very few guys have come back this fast. In fact, the last guy that did in the NBA, it didn't really end well for him. But this is like Wes Welker coming back from the ACL after 8 months. Like, this isn't really heard of.
Some Lindsey Vonn stuff right here. So hers was like a one-time Band-Aid fix. He's coming back full-time. What I want help understanding then is what contradicts itself about this situation is if you're telling me the Celtics didn't expect to contend, which I agree with, and now they are contending, but if Tatum still rests for another 4 weeks, they're going to be fine. It gives them 10 games to acclimate into that first round of the playoffs. I'm trying to understand why today, why 20 games out of the postseason when you can take more precaution for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think what it tells me is he was probably ready a week and a half ago. And now they're like making sure it's 100%. And I think this gives him a runway, 20 games to really fit back in with this team. Because I got a concern about the chemistry of this. And I am like never a chemistry guy in sports, but the way this team has embraced their role players, the way a new one steps up every night, how they got a new game plan every night depending on who they're playing, like that's tough to throw anybody just into that, let alone a top 5 player in the NBA and continue to do your thing. So I think this gives them a chance to really get him acclimated, really get him his feet under him in this NBA season before they go into the playoffs in a month and a half here. So you talk about extra caution in terms of making sure he's healthy enough. I think they're taking extra caution in terms of how he's going to gel back into this team by giving him more games instead of less. So this has been kind of a weird rollout the last couple of weeks with the whole documentary thing and all the speculation as to whether it was going to be a home game or whether it was going to be his birthday. So I think they've probably kept him a few extra games from when he was actually ready to go.
What does this do? And Cameron Stewart from the Wicked Boston Show joins the Drake Toll Show, Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. What does this do to Jaylen Brown, who's having a top 5 player in the NBA caliber season?
Well, put simply, it will eventually make him second fiddle again. And that's it's funny. The NBA, we do this. We don't do it in really any other sport, but that is kind of the nature of the NBA. Brown's having a great season. Like he should be in the MVP discussion. That said, the underlying numbers are not saying that the Celtics are nothing without the way Jaylen Brown has been playing. Their net rating with him off the floor, albeit sometimes with scrub guys out there, sometimes in load management games, but their net rating when he's off the floor is better than when he is on it. It's positive both ways. Jaylen Brown is having a great season, and he's the biggest reason why they're here alongside Joe Mazzulla, but he's not the most efficient guy in the league. What it does is really change their offense. You can't have an offense where Jaylen Brown is the ball dominant player. He's just not a good enough ball handler still. He still turns the ball over too much. The efficiency's still not there. But Jayson Tatum coming back with his creativity, his playmaking, the way that Jaylen Brown plays with him, it makes Jaylen Brown the second option again, but it puts the Celtics at their best possible form right now, and I know that's weird when I was just talking about the chemistry thing, but it does on paper put the Celtics at their best possible roster, their best possible lineup. So that's what it does to Jaylen Brown. Jayson Tatum's going to come in and he is going to be the guy. And what it does for us is gives us just endless ammo, no matter what happens in these next couple of weeks, to talk about whether Jaylen Brown's actually the guy or whether they should just trade Jaylen Brown. So I hope you're ready for that.
So, and for our affiliates in Los Angeles to Boston right now, that was free for you. That Jaylen Brown now, as well as he's played all year, will take a back seat, will be second fiddle to the returning Jayson Tatum, whose Achilles didn't exist 9 months ago. And now he's back to star level. And if that is true, that this is the best version of the Celtics, which, yes, if Jayson Tatum is 80% of what he's been in years past, it's going to be a net win for Boston. The question becomes for me, and I guess for any NBA fan here, does that make the Boston Celtics the best team in the East if Tatum is at that level?
Mm-hmm. I mean, look, there's no team that's this good in the NBA that's adding a top 5 player in the league right now. And you're right, like not at 100% probably, and probably some mental hurdles for Jayson Tatum that probably puts him at, a top 10 player in the league rather than top 5 when you just take those factors into it. But it's tough to argue roster-wise that they aren't the best team in the Eastern Conference. Now, 2-3 weeks ago, if this return had happened, I would have been like, man, it's really tough to argue that they are not the best team in the conference. But, I mean, Detroit just keep winning. They still prove that they're the number 1 seed. The Knicks and the Cavs have both gotten better the last couple of weeks. I think the Celtics are still the second best team, even though they got blown out the other night. I think they are still the second best team in the Eastern Conference, and you add Tatum to that mix. I mean, look out everybody else. Every year with the NBA, we talk about, but what team has been there? Like we saw it with the Celtics in 24. Like they will just give you, the NBA media and Twitter will just give you crap and more crap until you actually win something. Because then they'll say, I didn't win anything. And win something means win the NBA title. Like that's all that people are concerned about. And so then you saw it last year, even when the Celtics were struggling towards the end of the season a little bit, they're like, they've been there, they've done that, they're the favorites in the East. Not the Cavs team that won 66 games, 65 games, whatever it was. I think that could be the case this time around. I think if the Pistons go on a little bit of a mini slump here in the next month, you're going to hear about, the Celtics, and they got Tatum back, and Jaylen Brown's playing with him. I think the edge for the Celtics, even more so than just having Jayson Tatum back, is having Jayson Tatum back and Joe Mazzulla coaching his balls off. I think that's where the Celtics get the advantage. But twice in Joe Mazzulla's 3 seasons, I think he's been outcoached in a playoff series. So he's got something to prove a little bit as well, even with an NBA title. So, wow. All right, let's go back. Original question. Are the Celtics the favorite in the East with Jayson Tatum? I think they will be, yeah. They're not going to be the number 1 seed, but I think they'll be a lot of people's favorites.
They might be they won't be the number 1 seed, but they might be the number 1 seed. 20 games to go, 4.5 back, and the Pistons have lost, which it's weird to say they have lost 3 of 6. That typically would be just normal, but when we're talking winning the conference and losing twice to San Antonio does not bode well for now the matchup issues that Oklahoma City has with the Spurs and that the Pistons have with the Spurs. That obviously will not factor into who wins the East, but could factor into who takes it all home. The Celtics would be a great matchup against San Antonio. That's more intriguing to me than seeing Detroit do it, who now has lost by double digits twice to San Antonio in the last 2 weeks. Cameron Stewart at Real Cam Stewart, Boston sports expert on the Drake Toll Show. Stephon Diggs, I tell people, please, I am not allegedly choke your live-in chef. Don't strangle your live-in chef. Some people choose to do so in life, despite having the autonomy to just not. And look, if you want to strangle your live-in chef, you better be very good at football. You better be an NFL player, because at that point, amnesty comes in many ways and for almost anyone. Stephon Diggs, is this release solely about the money? Is it mostly about the money, or is part of this just getting a off the field cancer out of New England?
You know, man, I'd love to sit here and tell you that these allegations have led to Stephon Diggs, a good football player, being cut. I'd love to tell you that, but I'm not prepared to lie on the Drake Toll Show on Westwood One Radio. I'm just not ready to do that. I think it is almost exclusively a money thing. And not even so much, like, obviously some relief to the cap, but mainly, you know, you paid this guy over $20 million. He's 33 years old. He's coming off a pretty good year, you know, 1,000-yard season. I just don't think you're going to get that again. And I think that's what they're thinking too. We're just not going to get that season again. We've kind of got the best out of him. We needed a veteran to come in here, show these young receivers how to work, what it's like to be successful in the NFL. And he did that. And if you look back to last year, he was not their first option at receiver in free agency. He wasn't their second or maybe even their third option. Like they threw a lot of money at Chris Godwin, man, a lot, over $30 million. And he turned them down. You had to pay the suck tax, as they call it around here. But I think that factors in way more than the off-the-field stuff. Then again, you know, a prime trade candidate around here is the good defensive tackle, Christian Barmore, who also has had off-the-field stuff this year. But I do think it's a money thing. I think I think they like the options of this free agency class / trade market at wide receiver than they did last year. And even last year, Diggs was not their first option. So, yeah, it is something of a cap casualty more so than a allegedly strangling your in-home chef casualty.
In a parody of the great David Stern, have you stopped beating your in-home chef yet? And that's got layers to it. Cameron Stewart.
Are you allowed to say that on the network? On this network?
Yes.
Come on now.
Actually. Yes, I am. It's a quote. It's a parody quote. It's Cameron Stewart at Real Cam Stewart on Twitter, and the Cam Show, Wicked Boston Show with Cameron Stewart on YouTube. Cam, thanks for your time.
Come on, man. Yeah, thanks, man.
He is the Celtics Patriots expert, coming to us live from downtown Boston. When we return, top 3 moments of the week this week on the Drake Toll Show. Oh, and did you realize, wake me up when March ends. As NFL free agency begins, big moves made around the league including DJ Moore, to the Bills? Here's why that's a non-factor. This is the Drake Toll Show.
NFL free agency.
Reluctantly crouched at the starting line. Engines pumping and thumping in time. The green light flashes, the flags go up. Churning and burning, they yearn for the cup. They deftly maneuver and muscle for rank. Fuel burning fast on an empty tank. Reckless and wild, they pour through the turns. Their prowess is potent and secretly stern. As they speed through the finish, the flags go down. The fans get up and they get out of town. The arena is empty, except for one man still driving and striving as fast as he can. The sun has gone down and the moon has come up. And long ago somebody left with the cup. But he's driving and striving and hugging the turns and thinking of someone for whom he still burns. He's going the distance. He's going for speed. She's all alone in a time of need. Because he's racing and pacing and plotting the course. He's fighting and fighting and riding on his horse. He's going the distance. Trophy, no flowers, no flashbulbs, no wine. He's haunted by something he cannot define. Bowel-shaking earthquakes of doubt and remorse assail him, impale him with monster truck force. In his mind, he's still driving, still making the grade. She's hoping in time that her memories will fade. Cause he's racing and pacing and plotting the course. He's fighting and fighting and riding on his horse. The sun has gone down and the moon has come up. And long ago somebody left with the cup. But he's striving and driving and hugging the turns and thinking of someone for whom he still burns. Cause he's going the distance. He's going for speed. She's all alone in a time of need. Because he's racing and pacing and plotting the course. He's fighting and fighting and riding on his horse. He's racing and pacing and plotting the course. He's fighting and fighting and riding on his horse. He's going the distance. He's going for speed. He's going the distance.
In the town of North Texas on a ride, 100 miles east of the state line, 200 clicks from the old quarry, and west of those windy old pines, 900 miles south of the border, and 300 north of the other one. Between the lake and the rolling hills, 93 million miles from the sun. Won't you take me home to North Texas on a ride? Won't you take me there to where the birds sing with a smooth vibrato in Texas on a ride? 5,000 miles from a big city where the crocodiles and the cacti grow. Go west on.
Time for the moment you've been waiting for.
This is the Drake Toll Show on Westwood One Sports. Here's Drake Toll.
Stop it. Stop. You can't do that to me. You can't do that. Oh. I cannot believe it. We went to the last break, and we've been making fun of the what, and making fun of the set hut. That's it. And now the new one's just like some guy being choked in the NFL. I just couldn't believe it. That's how it started. This is the Drake Toll Show. What is this? Oh my gosh. I love this network. Bless.
This is a show.
By the way, so that's what Curtis and I were laughing at during the breaks, because I sent him these songs from SpongeBob to use, and he put that together.
That's good.
Went to get the rejoin we hate just for this.
Oh, woo! That was a good one too. Yeah, here comes DJ Moore. Rolling down the tracks. He's headed to the Buffalo Bills. It's a non-factor because he sucked last year. Yeah, he plays in a lot of games, 17 games a year the last 5 years. And now he is a Buffalo Bill. God bless America. Time for the top 3 moments that happened all week this week on the Drake Toll Show. God bless. Jayson Tatum's back, too. Damn you, Achilles. Does the SEC own college basketball? Mark Wise of ESPN joined the Drake Toll Show with moment number 3 of our week.
There's an argument to be made from the depth perception, but not at the top. I mean, again, the Big 12, the Big 10, both better at the top. I don't think anybody's close to Florida's tier right now. I think Florida has played their way into that top tier. I know it's going to be an interesting. We've basically got 5 teams for 4 number ones. But here's the rub: if you're the 5th team, you're going to get the lowest number one. So you're going to be 1 or 2 in that region regardless. So from that standpoint, I don't know that it matters a whole lot, but Florida's on a whole nother level in terms of the way they're playing right now. And it brings up an interesting question, Drake, because in the league, if you're talking about coach of the year, oftentimes the teams that have the higher expectations and seem to meet them, that coach goes unnoticed, where the underdog, the overachiever, kind of gets that award. Well, I think that's going on right here in terms of Bucky McMillan at Texas A&M and what they've done and the win that they had last night over Kentucky. They've got 10 wins in the league now. They're safely in the NCAA tournament. That's the team I have on Saturday. And then you've got Todd Golden. And where that team was in November and December as they worked through their backcourt issues, now they're playing Duke, Arizona, UConn, and not winning those games along the way. But they have figured out the backcourt rotation. They figured out that Boogie Flan is the point guard. Lee's going to play off. Klapchar's going to come off the bench and give you basically 12 a night. So that kind of role development, kind of gets overlooked when you're considered the favorite in the league. But it'll be an interesting coach of the year kind of race, if you will, in the SEC.
Again, Mark Wise of ESPN joining the Drake Toll Show this week with the third biggest moment on our show. The Big 12 has far more Final Four caliber talent than the SEC, but the SEC is far deeper than the Big 12. Team number 12 in the Southeastern Conference might just beat team number 10 in the Big 12. But dog, man, something about the Big 10, the Big 12 having such top-heavy years, having so many teams that could be in the Final Four, like Arizona, like Texas Tech, despite them losing some funky games here recently. Like at home to TCU, they have a road win against Arizona. That was number 1 Arizona at the time. So the Big 10 and the Big 12 combined have 8 Final Four contenders. The SEC has 1. But the SEC feels deeper. Are they the best conference in college basketball? You decide. Moment number 2. Our best moment of the week, ESPN's Roy Philpott.
I mean, it sounds just ridiculous to say that because any NBA scout will tell you, pound for pound, when it comes to pure talent, this guy is the number 1 pick in the draft, right? And so you really can't reconcile that. You can't say no, we're not gonna have this guy. He's not gonna be with us. It makes zero sense, but it also makes zero sense that I've seen them play their best basketball when he's not a part of it. And look, he's tried to tap out of games recently, and Bill Self hasn't allowed him to do so. So no, this is one of the craziest things that we've seen. And look, part of it, in a weird way, it's made the sport more attractive because we're talking about it. And wait a second, we've got this controversy? Wait a second, we've got this controversy with the most talented player in college basketball, and he plays at Kansas, and you're telling me they could be better when he's not playing with them, even though he could be the number 1 pick in the draft. It just blows your mind. But we've got a lot of stories like that this year, and a lot of it centers around the freshman class because they're so talented. These teams, because of these freshmen, are so elite as a result. And so that's just my way of spinning it forward and saying, the madness to come and what's going to happen in the NCAA tournament. You're not going to have a Cam Boozer want to step away from the spotlight. You're not going to have an A.J. DeBonson, even though they lost Richie Saunders at BYU to the torn ACL for the season. He is going to accept that role and is going to have moments in the NCAA tournament, even if BYU is in the same team we thought that they were a month ago before the Saunders injury, and so on and so forth. Caleb Wilson's going to come back at North Carolina. Darius Acuff Jr. at Arkansas, a player in a team that we haven't even mentioned yet. It's going to be a lot of fun because we haven't seen this amount of talent in the freshman class that I can remember. I don't know, maybe since 1983, those would be 2 classes that come to mind.
Yeah, Darren Peterson, what a saga that has been for Kansas and college basketball. That was Roy Philpott of ESPN with our second moment of the week, number 2 moment of the week this week in the Drake Toll Show, saying that Darren Peterson in Kansas, any scout can tell you he's the best player in the country, but man, tough to put it into practice sometimes, given that he just isn't playing when he doesn't want to. And finally, the number 1 moment of the week this week. An undefeated college basketball team, 30 wins, 0 losses, Miami of Ohio Redhawks. National analysts, want to keep them out of the NCAA tournament. Their athletic director, David Saylor, joined the Drake Toll Show, and he said he's got a clear message for those who are doubting his program, his Redhawks college basketball team going into March.
Well, it even goes deeper. We've won 13 true road games this year. And, there's Power 4 schools that, that didn't even play 1 non-conference road game or 2. But we played 5 and we won all of them. And so to not get credit for that, we all know how hard it is to win on the road. It's exponentially more difficult than home games. And our team has just taken every challenge and come through. I follow on Twitter, our ex, Evan Miyakawa has a great site and a lot of analytics and data. And when we were 26-0, he ran the metrics on us playing our schedule and what the percentage of being undefeated at that point was, and it was 0.009%.
Wow.
So, for those that say it's easy, anybody could do it, I just say look at the numbers. You're wrong. It's a lazy take. It's uninformed. You don't have any data to back you up on that. And our team is going out and proving what they're made of, and they're getting everybody's best shot every night. I mean, I'm talking about since January 1, every single place we've gone into, it's like a rock concert and biggest crowd they've ever had. I went to a MAC AD meeting last week in Cleveland, and all the other ADs lined up to shake my hand because they're getting more money at their home games than they've ever had when Miami comes into town. And, you know, boy bands have these kind of crowds, but everyone's cheering for them. Our kids, everyone's booing them. They're threatening the court storm. You know, they're calling our coach names. It's brutal, and our team just is unflappable. I'm so proud of them and how they handle themselves and how they kind of take all this in, because it is not easy, and the pressure just keeps mounting, and they just keep going, and nothing stops them. And I have such respect for how they approach just their day to day.
That's the Miami of Ohio athletic director David Saylor, who joined the Drake Toll Show this week and said, "I need the world to know we up." And the Red Hawks team deserves to be a March Madness squad, and they're undefeated 30-0 this year. They deserve an at-large bid. We were so young on Monday. When we first showed up here on Monday, we were so young. When we first talked about Kyler Murray no longer being the quarterback of the Arizona Cardinals. And then we got to the end of the week, and you were here for all of it. The Drake Toll Show. Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. Addie Bates producing. Curtis Poindexter running the board. That's it. That's it. DJ Moore is now a Buffalo Bill. We will see you Monday morning, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., every single weekday on your Sirius XM or wherever you find your radio. You can listen to the entire show back on podcast, wherever you find your podcast. You Better You Bet is up next, followed by Black and Abdallah, and then Jim Rome. Addie Bates produces. Curtis Poindexter runs the board. To Armin Williams, Colin Jones, Bruce Gilbert, I love you. Thank you for the opportunity. See you Monday, everybody. This is the Drake Toll Show.
This is Westwood One Sports.